Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but there's still constructions going on all around me. It's just, honestly, it's really unfortunate because yesterday the whole day was like really quiet, but I had lectures and meetings all day, so it's impossible for me to film. And today I'm free and the construction's back, so just my luck. Anyway, I'm pretty sure if I keep talking, it's probably not going to be that noticeable. So yeah, we'll go in with this. Today's video is quite a different one. You guys know I usually do like outfits or makeup videos, but I feel like it's been a while since I've done like mental health related video. So yeah, and honestly, with everything that's going on around the world, I feel like it's something that people should talk about more. I honestly love it when my favorite YouTubers talk about mental health in their videos. It's just a great way to hear other people's experience, and it really does make you feel less alone. So this is what I want to do today. I want to share with you how my mental state has been in the past few months. And yeah, hopefully when you guys hear my experience, you guys will feel slightly better and that you're not alone. And just know that nothing is permanent. No matter how horrible you're feeling right now, how the world is looking right now, everything will pass eventually. I'm not sure if you guys heard of this quote by Maya Angelou. Every storm runs out of rain, and I think that is just a very fitting quote. So yeah. So to talk about how I've been, I need to go back a few months. I actually made some notes on my phone. I made a few timestamps on, I don't know, how I've been feeling or the changes in my mental state. I think if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you guys know that I actually moved to the UK in September 2019, and it was, honestly, I feel like 2-3 weeks before the move was the starting point of my like deterioration of my mental health. I honestly don't even know how to plan it, but like I think towards the end of August and the start of September, that's where things started to get downhill for me. Of course, moving across the world is a very big challenge, at least for me. I'm very close with my family, so the thought of actually moving away from them was like a huge mental challenge. Before I actually moved to the UK, there's like tons of stuff that I need to take care of, like visa and applications, plane tickets and all that stuff, and it was just a lot, and I wasn't able to, I don't know, it was just like something just didn't click in my head. And I just started feeling really stressed out, really anxious and really depressed. But I just kept telling myself it's just because, you know, there's so much to do. Once you are over there and you've settled down, everything will be fine. You just need to get through this. And that's what I kept telling myself, you know, to power through for that 3 weeks, I say. And I did that. I'm really proud of myself for doing that. But I actually didn't get better after I settled down. If anything, things got worse. I mean, everything around me is fine. I was enjoying life in the UK. I made new friends and all my lectures are really nice. I really love my classes. It's just mentally, I feel like I'm in such a rut, and I was terrified because it took me years to dig out of the rut that I was in last time. So and when it happens again, my body just kind of goes into like fight or flight mode. I wasn't ready to climb out of the hole again, and that scares me. I think I hit rock bottom in late October. It was starting to get so bad. I couldn't really sleep. I wasn't really like focusing in class, and I couldn't concentrate on like essays and papers, so it was actually really bad looking back. But I mean, when I was in it, I was just like, you know, I'm getting by, I'm fine. But looking back, just like, what the hell are you doing? The funny thing is, I thought I really was taking care of myself. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna give myself time, I'm gonna get through it. And I guess for some people that's true, but I think I just need more time than I was allowing myself to take. Does that make sense? Like, I was like, okay, you've been here like 2 months, you should be out of the rut by now. But turns out I needed more time than that, and I didn't realize that, so I just kept pushing myself, which of course backfired. I was just a sludge of being. I wasn't even like, I don't even feel like myself anymore. I was just like getting through my day and, you know, doing everything that I was asked to, but not really paying attention to what I was actually doing. It was just horrible. In late October, the deadlines started to roll in, and it wasn't pretty. It really wasn't. I was like, I think I need to hand in, I think, 3 essays and a short story for my creative writing course. I just like did those academic essays really just in the mindset that I just want to get this over with. I don't want this hanging over my shoulder. Just want to hand it in. I don't care if I did a good job or not, and that's how I did that. And then of course, since I was in such a poor mental state, I really wasn't feeling inspired at all. So for my creative writing assignment, I did not know what to do, because I just honestly I just sat there in front of my computer and be like, okay, I need to write something, I need to write something. But it doesn't work like that. At least I don't work like that. I applaud you if you can actually work like that. I was at that point where I did not care anymore. So I just thought, I don't care if I fail. It was one afternoon, I remember very clearly. I was just sitting in my room. I wasn't doing anything in particular, just watching Netflix, and then I just felt so depressed and just out of myself that I opened a Word document and I just kind of poured everything out. And those things are really dark and honestly pretty horrid. And I think I wrote like 1,000 words or something, and then after I'm done, I just sat back, took a deep breath, read the whole thing through. It was just one, I think, the darkest and most triggering piece I have ever written in my entire life. But somehow I was really proud of it, because I was finally able to put my thoughts into words and express them in some way. It was, I think, a turning point for me, but I didn't know that yet. I was just like, okay, this is done and I need something for my creative writing, so maybe I should just hand this in. That was a bold move for me. That piece was so dark, so triggering. It was, honestly, I was scared to show anyone that. And so before I handed it in, I emailed my lecturer who's supervising me on creative writing, and I told her very plainly, I have a piece of writing, but it is very triggering and it's dark. Can I still hand it in? She got back to me and she said, yeah, that's completely fine. There are a lot of like really dark short stories out there, and I'm really grateful for them, because I feel like those really paved the way for whatever it is that we are doing. So I actually handed that in. That was honestly so just like, I can't even imagine, because I wouldn't be brave enough to hand that in right now, you know. But like back then, that is how much that I did not care. So handed it in, actually got a decent grade. That's great. But yeah, that was, I feel like, the rock bottom for me. Oh, and by the way, before I handed that in, I did put in a trigger warning on top, just to let her know that this piece contains trigger for depression, anxiety, and self-harm, just to make sure that it is, you know, I don't even have a word for that, just to make sure it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, it's never okay to, I mean, creatively it's okay to write something so dark, but for me, I feel like, looking back, I feel really guilty for producing this type of writing and hand it in as an assignment, even though a supervisor told me that it's completely fine, which made me feel a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, at that point, this is the only piece of writing that I could write, so that's what I wrote. Honestly, the story is just I don't even know how it's gonna come across, but this is part of my journey and this is what I did. I'm sorry if it offends you, but yeah. After late October, things started to get a bit better. It was a very slow process. I planned to fly back home on, I think, like the 14th of December. I'd say the month leading up I was feeling pretty okay because everything was fine. I finished all my essays and I love Christmas, so that kind of cheered me up quite a lot. Little by little, I started to feel better, but still not back, if that makes sense. Like, I was starting to feel happier, but I wasn't myself yet. It wasn't until the start of 2020 that things started to really get a lot better for me. And honestly, I can't explain it. It was the weirdest thing. I spent Christmas at home, and all this while I was just feeling, I was feeling okay. It wasn't like I had the best time. It was just like, yeah, I'm home and it's Christmas, so I'm happy. And then I say right before I flew back to the UK, that's when things started to get really good. I flew back a week before my exam, and I remember very clearly it's the 17th of January. So like, my exam is on the 17th and I have, I think, like 5 days to myself to study and sort everything out before my exam, and that's what I did. And I was actually feeling very hopeful. I was actually really happy. So I promised myself that after my exam, I have a week of holiday before the next semester starts, and I'm gonna do so many things. I want to travel, I want to walk around, explore, and try new things for myself. That is what got me through the studying period, and I did what I promised myself to do. After my exam, I went out with friends, I had good food, I traveled a lot. I actually vlogged that week holiday, so if you guys are interested, I'll link it in the description box below. Just click on it. Yeah, things was just like getting so much better for me. I can't really pinpoint how this change occurred or what happened, but it was just like something in my mentality changed. I just feel like, okay, there's no one who can do all these things for me. I have to be the one who take care of myself, and I have to be willing to try new things to make myself happy and motivated again. And that is exactly what I did. I tried new things, I started writing more, I started to, fill my days with a lot of fun things that I love. Like, I love London, so I went to London like 3 times in a month or something. It was just like really amazing, and I started to really love my life. Things keeps getting better and better, and I say around a week or 2 before my birthday is when I really feel the best. And just, I have no words for that state that I was in. I just remember writing in my journal like, I really thought that I was happy before, but now I realized that, life back then weren't bad at all, and my mental state were healthy. It's just, I never thought that I could go beyond that. It was like suddenly I've achieved this whole new level of happiness and self-love that it was mind-blowing to me. Like unlocking a bonus level in a game or something. It's something that I never thought existed for me, so I never reached out for it. And now that I have somehow achieved this, I am not gonna let this go. So yeah, I was really happy all throughout February and March. My birthday video this year will always be one of my favorite videos I've ever filmed and uploaded, because I feel like even me, when I edit it and when I watch it back, I can see how happy I was, and that does not happen often. You know, sometimes when you film a video, it's like you're smiling, it's not like you're unhappy, but that's just like there wasn't that glow, you know? And in my birthday video, I feel like I can see that in myself, and I am so happy, and it was the best feeling in the world. It's I honestly have no words. I know that I keep on rambling about this, but my brain still cannot really properly process this, so I'm just glad to be able to experience this, because I know a lot of people, they're just trying to be happy, trying to get through the day, and I completely understand because that's where I was. And it definitely took a lot of struggle, a lot of trial and error, but after years of trying, this is the happiest that I have ever been in my entire life. And then the pandemic happened, so I got very stressed towards the end of March because I need to make a decision whether to fly home or not, and if I do decide to fly back, can I actually get plane tickets. All the plane tickets have just been crazy because a lot of international students are flying home. It was just so expensive. Even when people are willing to pay, they cannot get tickets because there's just not enough seats on the plane. Me coming back is definitely a miracle in itself. What I had to do first is to pack everything that I have and put them into storage, and again, I filmed another video about that because I feel like that is just like too special of an experience to not document for myself. So I did that. If you guys want to check that out, I'll also leave that in the description box below. Boy, was that a really hectic video. But anyway, yeah, so basically I have to pack everything in my room up and then send it up to storage, because I'm pretty sure that I won't be able to come back to the UK before June when my lease is up. So I did that, and I was just like so grateful because, like I said, all the plane tickets were gone basically. But then out of nowhere, there was actually a new flight edited from Manchester to Hong Kong, so I was actually able to buy a ticket for that flight. It's not even crazy expensive. It was just like a regular price plane ticket. It was just like how much I would normally pay, so it was just like hallelujah, thank God I got that. I flew back and I self-quarantined, and yeah, that is pretty much up to speed, I think, on my life. I've been back for a month, around a month now, and I've just been doing my online classes, working on essays and stuff. I'm really grateful that I was able to achieve a much healthier mental state before the pandemic hit, because I cannot imagine if I was in that dark place that I was last year and the pandemic hit and I need to make all this decision and I have to do all these things in less than a week and then fly back home. I would probably just break down completely, and I honestly do not know what I would have done if that actually ended up happening. For the past few weeks, I just had this sentence in my head. It's like, I am so glad that I got happy just in time for the pandemic. This is my experience. I'm very grateful that I was able to get out of that rut before something so global and so serious and so depressing and scary happened, because I mean, a normal person cannot even process what's going on in the world, let alone people who are depressed, people who are anxious, or you know, people with any type of mental disorder. Honestly, if you're going through this while suffering any type of mental illness, you are a superstar, because normal people can't even try to be positive about all this, and you're still here, you're still surviving, and I'm just so proud of you, because I honestly could not imagine how or who I would have become if I am going through all this with the mentality that I had. And yeah, it just, at the end of the day, I'm so grateful. I know that a lot of people are having difficulty in quarantine because quarantine really forces you to face yourself, because you can't go out and there's only so much distraction that you can find. There's just no escape. And looking back, I realized what people are going through now was exactly what I went through in like September, October, and November. I'm just so glad that I got that over with, because I know that that part is the hardest. At least for me, that part was so difficult, and there were so many times where I just want to give up. And really happy that I didn't, because if 2019 me can see the 2020 me, she would not want to give up. She would crawl her way out of that rut just to try to do this, because things do get better. Sometimes when we're in that hole, we don't see it, and that's normal. So the only thing that we can do is just keep telling ourselves, even if we don't believe it, things will get better. You will get better, and the world will get better at some point. Lastly, I just want to say, I've been seeing a lot of memes online talking about how, you know, in 2019 we all say, yeah, 2020 is gonna be my year, I'm gonna self-care, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna try new things, all that stuff. And then the pandemic hit and everybody was like, who was I wrong, and something like that. And seeing that meme, it hit me a little bit, because I was one of those people who thought 2020 is gonna be my year. Like I said, I started to get better at the start of 2020, so I was hopeful. This year I'm gonna flourish, I'm gonna thrive, I'm gonna do all these things. Right now, I mean, it's May, and looking back the past few months, I realized despite everything that's happening in the outside world, for me, 2020 really has been my year. I've been happy, I've been motivated, I've done so many things, and I've tried so many new things, and I'm happy being where I am, even though the world outside is scary and crazy. But I have my support system, I have myself, and I can say that I'm really happy with where I am and who I am at the moment. So yeah, it's kind of ironic how the outside world is kind of like an apocalypse, but for me, I feel like I'm still thriving, if that makes any sense. And that just made me realize it doesn't matter what's going on outside. Everybody can still make 2020 their year, you know what I mean? Like, take care of yourself. Do whatever you can to cope with this. If you are really depressed or anxious, talk to people. Do things that you love. For me, I love to film. I love to read books. I love to watch Netflix. I've watched so many Netflix like you wouldn't even believe. And just like do things that make you happy. Do things that fills you with joy and passion. And if you really feel like you need a day to just curl up in a ball in bed and be really depressed, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I've tried that so many times in September, trust me. It's okay to just give up a little bit and relax, let yourself feel depressed, let yourself feel anxious, and then after taking the time that you need, get up and start again. Just do whatever you need to do, and the rest will follow. That is what I've learned for the past few months. When I was in it, I didn't know that I needed that much time, but looking back, it turns out I do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody works on a different schedule. You don't have to push yourself to be like, oh, she got happy in a month, I should be able to do it in a month. That's not true. You may need 3 months, or you may just need a week. There's really no telling. So just relax. Let yourself process your feelings and do whatever you need to do to cope. Like I said, if you are suffering from any type of mental illness, my heart goes to you, because it's just, I know it's gonna be really difficult. Like, I don't know how you're feeling, nobody really does, but I can't imagine how difficult it can be. I really want you to know that you are really strong, you are a survivor, and I know that we can all fight this together. Right now, there's really nothing that we can do except stay home. So know that you're already doing the best that you can, and give yourself credit. It's not easy. I know things are not looking great right now when you turn on the news, it's not really good news, and you may have loved ones suffering from this illness, or like me, you have family members who are healthcare workers and you worry about them. It's just a lot going on, but I just want to end this on a positive note and say that we can still make 2020 our year. With the difficult situation outside, we need to show ourselves and others love. So just take care of yourself. Reach out to people. Call your friends. FaceTime them. I feel like saying that 2020 is our year, it really doesn't matter what's happening outside. It's a mentality. We can still thrive in 2020. If you're a writer like me, you can probably get a lot of writing done. Or if you work from home, you can still grind and do the best that you can in giving circumstances. Really make the best of the time that we've been given and this chance to reconnect with people. So yeah, sorry about that. My dad ordered something online and just came. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. It's really a very unique time. This is what I like to call it, because I don't think anyone has ever experienced anything like this before, and I feel like unique is putting a pretty positive spin on things, and we all need a little positivity right now. Try your best to stay positive, take care of yourself, stay home, and just do the best that you can. As long as you're doing that, everything else doesn't really matter. Before I end this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to all the frontline workers. I can't really list all of them, but just like, you know, all the doctors, all the nurses, basically all healthcare workers, people who works in the delivery service, I don't know, people who are still working in airlines, getting people home, basically just like all the essential workers. You guys are the best. We honestly cannot get through this without you, and that's really all I want to say. This video is like an hour long, so I'm gonna try my best to cut it down. There's just so much that I want to cover, and mental health is just something that I'm very passionate about. I just want to document my own experience, and hopefully by sharing that can help someone else feel better or give them hope that if I can get through this, you can too. Like I said, very unique time. I guess in a way we can tell ourselves this hopefully is a once in a lifetime experience. So even this can be fun. We can make quarantine fun, play dress up, learn to cook, learn a new language, or if you just want to curl up in bed and watch Netflix like me, do that. It's so amazing. Like, let me tell you, it's amazing. Like, my brother and I are already planning all the movie marathons that we want to watch, everything that we've always wanted to do. We're doing everything now, so I know that things will get better. We just don't know when. For the time being, all we can do is just enjoy ourselves and make the best of the situation. I'm really gonna stop talking now. Honestly, I'm really nervous about this video. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but like in this video I've shared some really intimate experience of mine, and I'm not sure how it's gonna come across, but I still want to do it anyway, because part of the reason that I'm filming these videos are honestly for myself, because I don't know, maybe the next time that I hit a bump or when I fell back into the rut, I know that's gonna happen, I could watch this back and just tell myself I've gone through this before and I can get through it again. If something that I've said offended you, I apologize, but this is my genuine experience, and this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I really want to share that. So yeah, that is my story from the past few months. I feel like this video is both heavy and lighthearted at the same time, so I'm kind of tired now. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I will see you guys very soon. I've been uploading 2 videos per week lately, and it's been fun. Join us if you've enjoyed this video. I usually make outfit and makeup videos. If you guys want some more videos about mental health or anything really, just let me know. I will try my best to do that. Until next time, stay home, stay strong, stay healthy. God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.